Pretty good. We won it. Go ahead again. Solder. Won against Solder. That's great. So I did hyper. True. Well, yeah, let's start it up. Everyone's here. Everyone's here and ready to go. We could get started. This is fantastic. Welcome back to Lotus League Season 3, Week 1 of this drama. Solder versus TRB. That's right. With a capital. Solder is Sunder's B team, and TRB is TR's B team. We got a B team clash here. Deep lore. Oh, all right. Everyone has chosen their bands. It's par for the course. Some defenders, some supports, and some goofy all arounder and attacker. Right on schedule. First pick, I Hate J over on TRB. First picking Hoopa. That is an interesting choice. No, Hoopa is a pretty good support. It could heal, it can enhance its lane partner, it could do a lot, and it has a pretty strong ult and where it becomes a stun buy. So, strong pick. I actually like Hoopa a lot. I think, in my opinion, he's the best support in the game. That's just me. Because there's no one else that does what Hoopa does. Conversely, on the left side, on Solder, we're going to have Zapdos and Mamoswine. Looks like bottom lane is all squared away. And that is one of the more powerful combinations to boot. They got a lot of secure. They do a lot of damage. They control a lot of space. So they're going to have to be careful. But, back on the flip side again, for TRB, we have Crustle and we have Espeon. They have decent secure in the early game, at least Espeon with Swift. So if there's any kind of lane that could counter out the Zapdos Mammo lane, it would be this one. Let's see what we got here. Now we have our top lane squared away. We got our healing support in Alcremie. We got our Garchomp. Garchomp has a bit of a sweet tooth. Garchomp's gonna struggle a little bit in the early game. They just want to get to level 5 and start proceeding forward. So they're gonna have to play it very carefully, but can't play too close. Those basic attacks add up very quickly. You're gonna hear me saying chomp, 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 chomp a lot if that happens. Last two picks over for TRB. We're gonna have a portrait says Scissor, but that item says full heal. So Scissor plus full heal equals Scyther. We're gonna have a Speedster in our midst, and the last pick over there is gonna be Mimikyu. Mimikyu is one of those mons that can gap close really well through obstructions such as bushes and walls to reach its destination, or it could bend fabric and space to play in a disco room called Trick Room, where it increases its bulk unless you're inside there with it. Last pick over on Solder, we're gonna have a Leafeon. Chills on Leafeon. Chills is a speedster main for the team. The speedster specialist, rounding out a team in a balanced composition. Speedsters, as you know, like to play from different off angles. That's where they excel at. They don't have to play from the front, like a certain speedster I know that pops up from the ground. So this is gonna be interesting. One more dynamic to an EV that's most likely gonna be the jungle, which is Leafeon. They pop off at 4. They are early scalers, so expect a 920 gank at top lane most likely. Both sides have to be vigilant though. This Leafeon could go anywhere. All right, and here we go. As we discussed, bottom lane's all squared away. Zapdos and Mammo. Leafeon in the jungle. Alcremie and Gibble towards the top. Going off against Hoopa and Mimikyu. Scyther in the jungle. And over on the bottom lane, Crustle and EVV Espeon. Looks like they split a bit in terms of secure. Eevee being very hyper aggressive on Zapdos, trying to get an early KO on it, which is not a bad idea. Like we said before, so this is actually a pretty good secure early game. Over back on the top, Mimikyu's about to get KO'd himself. A life for a life. Scyther is ready. Leafeon is ready. All right, both speedsters are ready. On top very quickly. Both attackers rotating from the bottom to the top. I believe Espeon knows exactly where Zapdos is. Yep, you're about to get struck. Zapdos is playing at its distance. Getting stunned by the side struck and getting isolated by all these range attacks from Hoopa and Espeon. Zapdos playing at a pretty bit of a precarious spot, getting outranged. Looks like this first little victory is going to go to TRB. I think getting some bonus form at the center. Should reach level 7 before Mimikyu does. Sorry, before Leafeon does. Back at the bottom, Zapdos is like, all right, I gotta feed my mammo. Okay, maybe this piece of farm. Ay. He overextended for that. He might pay for, all right, he had eject for that. Anything for farm. All right, it is 8. That means it's time for Regidrago here. I have to be careful for the SB. There is sight there with the secure, and Zapdos is going, and gone. Time for a major push towards the bottom. It's almost time for 720. That means more Swablu and Ontario will spawn to be farmed. Well, it's just the Mammo by itself. Oh, there's reinforcements. There's Leafeon, but Leafeon's not going to stay for very long. And once the reach is level 8, it is behind. Zapdos still with the discharge. Get good damage out, but he can't advance too far. Because that happens. And then that happens. Yep, another double KO for the Hoopa. Hoopa being a cleanup crew here. Oh, 30 and a 30. Everyone could score, and they've chosen to break bottom lane. I do agree with this choice. It is good time frame. It is past 720. The farm will spawn there right where it was just before in one more cycle. And they're going to have firm stage control over a center pit if this keeps up. Russell is out of here. What's happening up top? What's going on over here? All right, the basics are piling up. That should be an easy secure. All right, Espeon almost stole it, but just in time. That is a KO for Leafeon. Oh my goodness! Triple KO! Leafeon coming alive here. Reached level 10 in a blink of an eye. Well, Reggie Lecky walked in, but I don't think anyone's going to be around to score there. Taking a look at Scyther. He might be working his way over. He's got 35 smackaroons, but he was being followed. He's going to be backing up here. Taking another look at the top, we have Leafeon. Moving forward, getting some vision here. He sees a lot of members of the orange team over towards the top. Espeon's at the bottom. He might reconvene, but Espeon has the option to go back cap. All right, team fights breaking out. Scyther being dominant. Double KO. I believe he's actually got a triple here. No, just a double. Some scores in and mathematical. Russell already in the enemy jungle with the Espeon. Siphoning some experience away. A 40 bomb. Just in. Almost. All right, good attempt. Get another piece of farm, and then we're out of here. Now, do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Mamoswine curse? All right, Nate's now level 9. A little bit late, but I've seen later. Hoopa already ulting in. Well, the ult ended. He was moving people around, I guess. That is a quick Regieleki secure. Pop is now available. Garchomp's going to be all over that. Let's take a quick peek. Going to be a Registeel, but we're going to need members at the bottom. Mamble's already there, but Mamble's not going to stay very long. Mamble ult. There it is. Just a little bit further. No, Regieleki's getting tossed around because of the bounce pad, but it walked in. Uh-oh. Win condition is online. Bottom team doesn't have a zone where the Regieleki walks its path. Speaking of Regis, in about 5 more seconds, Regidrago's going to spawn in. Another objective to fight for. What a good change. Having another objective spawn in the middle frequently throughout the game. Give players more things to do and more things to fight for. That is a Zapdos secure. Also ulting one more time. This is about the last time he could before the final objective. Getting a lot of damage on Garchomp. The Rumble Rouse is about to end. If you're getting a KO, where is the Rock Tomb? It doesn't need it. Now, I'm surprised a fight broke out on center. I would imagine a fight would break out on bottom pad to deal with TR's advantage here. They have a lot of stage control. All right, 50 more seconds. Regieleki's going to spawn one more time. Solder has to really consider fighting for it like right away. Mimikyu's already at top, understanding the situation. Yep, members of Solder are rotating down. They can't afford to give up this objective so easily. It's win condition. To clarify, by win condition, I mean, if Regieleki walked into the home base, all the other team would need to do is just score and not even do the final fight on the center. All right. No team's going to get this objective. That's fine. Honestly, start tapping it, Garchomp. Really, just start hitting it. You're behind. Get them up here. Make them react. Garchomp's in a very peculiar situation and wants to ult into that team, but they have Mimikyu just for that. To use up some of the ult time. Russell going in. The bounce has been broken. Leafin going in with burst damage, and that should be everybody. That is a team wipe ace. A quad for just Scyther. Well, that was an explosive game one, about 1 minute left, but not much time to rally. TR just has to get some scores in and just peel away. Uh-oh. Maybe in a bit of a jam here, but he tricked through his way out. Taking a look at the comments here. Got all my money on TRB. Well, thus far, it is a smart investment. But we'll see how things develop. It can change at any time. And a quick triple KO for Espeon. All right, let's check out the final score here. As it's being tallied, 105 to 685. TRB takes game one of this set. Well, we have Better Walt as the MVP. 180 points scored, 6 assists, 6 KOs, 8 assists, 88 overall MVP rating. Pretty good stats. Pretty good stats. Not bad. Not bad at all. Battle data also supports this. 67,000 damage dealt. Pretty good. I know what you're thinking. Hey, doesn't the Scyther have more impressive stats? You'd be right if he scored more. You see what the game values. Well, another stand-up performance was Chell's Delefion. 8 kills, 1 assist. Pretty good. He was holding it down for his entire team. He put the team on his back, but his back broke. Don't forget, boys and girls, do your part. Everything matters. Well, we're just gonna set up the next game for you guys. We'll be right back. I believe everyone should be ready, right? Hey,
Search them in 3 chats for them to answer me.
it's like they played the one game and then they just turned off all their stuff.
Yeah, like, well,
What? So it's like when like you mention someone on the phone after like they just messaged you and then they don't respond for like half an hour randomly.
like, bro, you just looked at the phone.
You were just there. All right, well they're here now, and yep, same BAMs as before, pretty much. All right, now let's not forget this is All Star Draft. Oh, those previous Mons are no longer with us. Those previous 10, they're gonna have to think of something new. Kind of the double edged swords of All Star Draft. You wanna pick the strongest Mon you can every round, but there's only so many strong ones. And it's also unfortunate when you like lose a round and be like, man, I can't use that Mon anymore. It's so good. I wasted it.
Well, now you got 85 more to use.
Yes. All right, so there's a band missing. I wonder if someone is. Oh no! Don't tell me. Well, they'll complain if someone crashed your night. I'm not gonna worry about it. What was that band before? Was it the champ? No, it was like Volta. Volta was banned before. Not right now, but still. They actually got picked. I'm not sure. How do you feel about Volta? I think he's good. I don't think he's
He's
anything.
good in the right hands if you just know how to use his kit with his cooldowns. Otherwise, if you don't know like the motion of it, you're not benefiting all of it.
That's true. I feel like he's okay, not like anything crazy.
Yeah, with him you have to really time his stuns because it's not automatic, when you spew it out.
Yeah, definitely. And then like you have to keep track of like the pass at the end, like the most damage out of it. A bit vanilla of an attacker. It's been happening a lot lately. About a lot of basic Pokemon.
Basic.
Pretty basic. Not basic. Legendaries coming out. That's because of the one moveset. I think that's like the main culprit. They only got one moveset. You can't mix and match. You can't pick your favorites.
Well, you also can't make a mistake by picking the wrong move, right?
Can't make a mistake. There was such a clear solution for that problem. Oh, just let them change their moveset like one time in home base if they
Yep.
accidentally pick something. They just changed how the human error happens. The
Pretty
human
much.
error is going to happen. They just changed how it happens. It was so jarring to like having to change your movesets like on a menu that's tucked away. They had to make it more obvious. But it still happens. It still happens. What a game. What a life cycle for this game. And we're still not done. You think this game's gonna end when worlds end? No. Don't be foolish. I'm taking a quick peek at these teams here. I see a Comfy and I see a Speedster. I see a Comfy and a bunch of hyper carries. I just know how I see how this is gonna play out. They're gonna have to be very careful around the Wigglytuff. But I see a Metagross to that Wigglytuff. Wait, hold on. I'm about to say. I thought we had to pause. We're good. We're good. Yveltal's moving. Yveltal and Squirtle heading down to the bottom. They'll be going up against Mod Champion at the bottom, which is pretty rare to see. That bottom lane is on a bit of the weak side. They don't have strong secure outside of Machop's Karate Chop. There it is, and yep. Secure. It's split evenly. Pabot's gonna be the jungle over here. Beldo's gonna be the jungle over here. And over at the top, we're gonna have Wiggly and Quavo versus Zero Aura and the Comfy. There is the slash from Zero Aura. Zero Aura's taking a lot of major damage, but it's getting healed off. That is the eject from Quavo. He's gonna have to back up here. Well, Wigglytuff wants a piece of that. Jigglypuff wants a piece of that. He wants to reach level 4. They just have to hit a ball toy. And that's about it. No ball toy. All right, as you wish. So I see this Jigglypuff. I'm like, oh, when it evolves, it might be just become Wigglytuff and go sing. But then I saw Metagross. They might do something cool where Wigglytuff just goes roll out after Metagross ults. Roll out in the little dome that he makes. That's a cool interaction that it's not used often. Oh, well, wait, how did Quavo die? Wait, what happened? I think the farm got him. But it counts as Sylveon's kill because he was the last one on him. All right. And Karate Chop. Well, now that his bottom lane has their levels, they should be doing fine now. Middle has spawned in. Regidraco was here on the Kyogre map. Bottom lane's got to rotate into it first. All right, a submission on Yveltal. That's a lot of damage. Hyper Voice combo. Metagross tackling in towards Machoke, but he doesn't have his eyes on the prize. But he actually secured it. Never mind. It's gonna cost him though. It's gonna cost him his life. Triple KO for Zero Aura. Another submission, another sweet kiss, and another hyper voice. This team combination is being a little bit nasty here. They have a lot of I win teamfight moves. A score in for Machoke, getting those stacks in and levels. Poor Turtle, you shouldn't stay there, bud. You're just getting them more points to score with. Well, I'm over at the top. It has been secured by Solder. No, don't base back. Get the jungle. Get the stuff. Equalize. Wow, that was fast. Yveltal with the execute. Their aura is back and he's not pleased. And it goes, it's time to bounce. Uh-oh. More scores up top. Well, based on how this team has been built, Soldier is really going to need to rely on Blastoise for the strong engages that TR has. They have Submission, they have Sweet Kiss, they have Zero Aura Volt tackling, Volt switching in with a Discharge that can potentially pull people away. You're going to need a Blastoise to disrupt that hard. You're also going to need Wigglytuff passive to disrupt that. Nope, Zero Aura making its way towards the bottom. Bottom pad has already gone for Solder. So it's going to be time for a Reggie Isaac here. That is an easy Reggie Icicer. Win condition is online for TRB. They have a free walk into the enemy home base. Back at the top, Metagross is already starting Regieleki. All right. Yep, there's the Sweet Kiss. And there is the Sylveon ultimate, so you can't interact with that. It's in the Z-Actus mid-ult. Oh, boy. There's a submission. I don't think Metagross is going to get that ult refunded. I have the champ here. Working his way, stealing some farm. Might as well, nothing else to do. As we approach the late game. This is a nasty team combo. My goodness. Oh, there's not really much to do. Not too much farm available. Not a lot of pads either. Soldiers lost so many pads that farmers just tucked away deep into their side. Hard to compete for. 20 seconds for the, I believe, the final bottom Reggie that's going to spawn in before the final objective, which is Kyogre. Push checking with Hyper Voice. A calm before the storm. With champs perusing towards top lane. Meanwhile, Yveltal and Blastoise are heading towards the bottom themselves. These guys are going to go for a back cap here. I agree with it. Back cap and get away. Oh no, the surf didn't come in on time. The champ, you can't stay there. Yeah, wait, no, sorry. He can. He's one of the team. Got confused there. Metagross and Quaquaval lying in wait. Oh, here comes another objective down. Another Reggie going towards the side of TRB. The champ waiting right here. They're gonna go for the rip. I do agree with this. Machamp ulting in. And Quaquaval gets it. The clapback.
That was just as fast like the other game.
Yep. So now the question remains. Couple questions here. Was it too greedy to go for Regieleki and then try to out-secure these guys in bot pad as opposed to just scoring right away and extending the lead?
I say it would be too greedy because, like, you know, with every fight, you never know if it's going to be a flip.
True.
Or in this case, a wipe.
Yes. Yeah, and looking at what the other looking what TRB has, they don't really have secures like that. The champ can ult in and hope for the best, but like there it is, you're hoping for the best. Yeah, I would definitely just try to score in that situation. Given how the game state was going, there's no way that each member on the other team each has 50 points to hold. TRB would be more likely to have the 50 points each. Well, that is a double KO for... Wait, hold on. Wait. I just took another look at the point gap. It is pretty close. But, like, how do you score this? Yep, Quaquaval had the right idea. While they're figuring that out, he's just going to go back cap. Wow, that Machamp ult did nothing. It did, like, 1 damage. Yeesh. Well, Solder made the good decision. He's like, let's just rip it. Let's just try to get this objective. Let's just try to take command of this game again. And they did it. Final score 594 to 442. Sometimes the game just comes down to just ripping the objective and just hoping for the best. That is a dimension of the game that you just have to play around. All right, MVP is going to go to the Wigglytuff and Scarlet. 3 KOs, 7 assists, 82 overall rating, and 114 points scored. Pretty good. Salvage the game. Battle data. Yeah, their stats would be low. Makes sense. They're on a back foot the entire time until the end. But only until the end. Well, you see these 10? Another 10 down the drain. No more comfy cheese. Hooray. As we get ready for this game 3. All right. Oh, if everyone's ready, we can just get started here. I'm looking at the chat one more time. Yes, Poke Ninjas, the Flipperoonie. Undefeated. When you're almost down and out, just flip it and hope for the best. Nothing takes the wind out of your sails than getting flipped on. All right, they're ready. Yeah, let's get rocking. I just said I was reading an email. All right, button has been pressed. All right, let's get the rest of this draft underway. 20 Mons have bit the dust, and there's like 70 more. I wonder if we should ever have an exhibition where like we'll make it first to 5 wins, so we could really get like deep into All-Star draft.
You know how long that would take with people not being on time?
That's why it's an exhibition.
That would be literally a 4-hour match.
We'll make it a juicy
You
incentive.
know how many times I would have to scream ready and then they just literally read the text and not reply.
We'll make it juicy. We'll make it juicy. We'll give a prize for the winning
And
team of
what's
the
that?
exhibition. We'll give a cash prize.
My patience.
That'd be hot. Be like round 7 All-Star draft. They'd be like, there's no one left. Kind of look at this sloppy Unite game. Oh, back to this draft here. Well, let's see here. We have Snorlax is now in rotation on Solder's team. They picked him right away. Strong bot laner. Block, heavy slam. Nothing but good moves, nothing but good times. Flip side, got Mr. Mime and Meowth. That's right. Speedster in support. They're probably going to send. Given how the composition is lining up, you could send Meowth to the jungle. You can send Meowth to the top lane. I would send Meowth to the top lane. Let the Typhlosion get the jungle. He needs to get online ASAP. Back on the left, Sarah Ledge, Clefable, all arounder, healing support. One side has a healing support. Mr. Mime doesn't really count in my opinion. His healing is slow. He's there to just really enhance one player. Meanwhile, Clef is for the team. Last 2 picks over on Solder. We have 2 attackers. We have Mew, the mix attacker from Hell, and we also have Decidueye, Sniper. Spirit Shackle, here we come. Meanwhile, on the flip side, over on TR, the B team, we got Typhlosion, Trevenant, and we got Miraidon. Trevenant is such a strong defender that, like, most people just don't play for some reason. In my mind, Trevenant is so strong, you could just play him first round as a defender. They just save him for later, or they don't pick him at all because the defender player on the team just doesn't play him for some reason. I don't get it. That mon's incredible. People don't learn. People are lazy. They're like, oh man, that Warhammer is like the shape of a protractor. I can't do angles. No way. Sick of people, man. Lazy. Anyway, enough of my grievances. I would say that the Decidueye has the range advantage, at least later, but initially he's gonna have a hard time with that Miraidon. Now, I think, honestly, Snorlax should invade. He should predict who the other jungler is and mess with him. Mew is good enough to lane by itself, at least initially, because E-Ball is unfair.
Nope, instead they're trying to stack.
Is Mew stacking? Yes, it is. All right, cool. Be on E-Ball cooldown. He's going to live to regret that. Yep, that's a little too slow there. And Slut's already used the tackle attack, but he's going to secure it with the boosted, but his ult is going to go down early. Yep, that's a double KO. Yep, goodbye. So long. Elevators Day. Back at the top. Chelsea's like, well, bottom lane's cooked. I got a job to do. I got to go to the top. Speaking of cooked, down goes Char Cadet. TRB already in firm control of this game so far. An early E-Ball. And a wall and a... Oh dear, the humanity, the senseless violence. Well, Quilava almost got KO'd there, but he lives to fight another day. Right, I'm getting some extra experience over here. Charge Beam is online at level 5. Trevenant is boxing out this Snorlax. Can't do too much. Trying to fight for secure. East is here for Miraidon. There's a good Warhammer to control some space around the farm. You're not getting any of it. Mew's not here. Mew's stacking. Wait, what? What is it? That looked weird. It scored from a weird spot. It was like it was debating whether it was to surf the people in, but it doesn't have access to surf yet. There's some eruptions. Good damage on the Regidrago. That should be clean and easy secure for Miraidon and friends. Time to make their way towards the top. TR looking for another fight. Easy poke damage on the Clef. And nearly missing the Spirit Shackle with the Flame Wheel. Well, Clef got boxed in. There's the Spirit Shackle. He has his eyes on Miraidon, which is a good choice. Make the primary damage dealer uncomfortable. Uh-oh. Well, Meowth can X-speed through the gravity. Not a dash. She's just running. Yep. KO on Clef. Regileki's going to be leashed back to its home spot. Back at the bottom. Most of TR is going to be fighting for this bottom objective. The Regieleki. Doing a good job of securing the perimeter. He's going to try to move this Snorlax, who does not have block yet. That's going to be their undoing. That should be an easy break for bot pad, but back over on the top, I heard a Deciduous ult. Knock, knock, who's there? Good entry damage. And Meowth is forced to eject. All right, well, so far only one pad is broken. Score is 39 to 110. Looks like we're about to have a big team fight here. Typhlosion has ulted in. No, Snorlax, push him away. Ay, ay, ay. There's the Trevenant ult taking down this Mew. Triple KO for Typhlosion. There's all the math you'll need. With a juicy overcap. Trevenant on the case for the next objective. Taking a red buff from Decidueye. They are greedy for this Clef. Oh my. I mean, Clef overextended welcome, so I get it. Show that supporter what for. Well, TR's decided to keep fighting for bottom lane, while Lotus decided to keep fighting for top. Let's take a look-see here. Oh, but it's just Mr. Mime and Meowth. They can't fight them all, and they're gonna have to back up a little bit. Essie already ripping it. A secure for Mr. Mime. Not this time. A massive Horn Leech combination into the Mr. Mime Recital, into Typhlosion ult, into Eruption, into Destruction. Team wipe. You see? You see how awesome Trevenant is?
If done correctly.
Yes, like anyone else. If done correctly. Absolutely right.
That means we read the description.
Man, put the team fight on his back. Guys, I got 4 of them in a Horn Leech. Get him. Mr. Mime's like, say less. Look at him go with his
And
cape.
he stole the majority of the farm.
Is man's like a superhero. The cape flap exiting away. Oh, time is winding down 64 to 227. Momentum on the backs of TRB. Stage control is firmly on TR side. They just can't give up space so easily. They should compete for it. Yep. Some entry damage is going to have to be healed away. At this point, Maridon should just fall some entry damage. There is the Thunder. I have to be careful of Decidueye and Mew. Poking away. Oh, man. Trevenant's trying to scoop some people up. Down goes Desi. Next on the chopping block, up another Horn Leech. Another scuffed team fight. Hey, look, it's an all-arounder. Get him. Yep. Trevenant is all over that. There's no real way in for Saraledge. One halt. Oh, he almost got it. He almost got it with the heavy slam.
If they let the lax get it, I swear.
Oh, Desi's ulti in, but that's not gonna do much. He's about to disappear. Meowth is all over that. Yep. Whoa, did you see what happened to Meowth?
He just went bloop.
He went into the sky and then he turned to atoms.
He went bloop. He turned into Krillin.
Don't do that, Frieza Goku! Oh, that should be a clip and a half.
We need to find the clip of Krillin now.
Yeah, there's no Saraledge ult in the world that's gonna pierce through all that. Well, TRB taking game number 3. So it is 1-2 TR's favor, I believe.
Game point or go to 2?
That should be a game point for TR. So TR won first game, I believe. Then it was Solder. Then it was TR again right now. So yeah.
Right. That's why I'm saying game point or if they go 2-2.
Dead. Yeah. Well, final score is 64 to 783. Looking at the details page. Yeah, absolutely. MVP's Typhlosion. Sisix the Sneck. 170 points scored, 14 KOs, 10 assists, 86 overall rating. That's juicy stats. But you know what's even juicier than that? 21 and 22 assists from Trevenant and Mr. Mime. Oh my goodness. They were in every single fight. Holding it down. And that's what should be happening for the supports and the defenders. They should just be omnipresent. Now later, yep, about 91,000 damage dealt for the Typhlosion, who had a field day in this fight.
He was just rumbling.
True.
And exploding on everyone.
Also, a moment of silence for the Meowth, who got obliterated on Namek. We'll wish him back for the next game. Don't go anywhere. He died like Krillin for real. My boy Meowth got Krillin. As wild. We just gotta ask this man Walt if he's ready. In fact, we have to ask him one more time. It looks like both sides are ready. Well, now here we are, game 4, and it's been a very eventful 3 games. Soldiers just down 1 game. TRB's on match point. But hey, anything can happen. Anything, and I do mean anything, can happen. Up another 10 mon gone. That is 30 right now. And about 60 remain. Can you believe there's 98 characters in this game? We're almost at the big 100. I wonder who's the 100th character could be. We know, like,
99th is Solaris.
yes.
Is there any more legendaries out of those batches?
I think he's the last one.
Yeah, because we got Palkia, Reshiram, Voltol, and then he just joined Solaris. Is there any legendary after that, like game-wise?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
that's all my memory of legendaries. Unless they make a new one.
I mean,
or if they bring Jirachi and Celebi.
I mean, there's plenty of legendaries left. Plenty.
They should bring Celebi for their 100th.
Could do that. I'm more of a Lugia fan myself. That'd be awesome.
Shadow Lugia.
You know that's not happening.
You want to bet?
You know that's not happening.
I will go to the Timmy Studios myself.
Absolutely know that is not happening. Not in a million billion years.
I mean, they added it in Pokopia. Why wouldn't they add it in Unite?
They don't want any skin referencing any games in this game. And none of that for some reason. That's easy money. I've always wondered why. I always imagine it's a licensing thing, but that doesn't make sense. Speaking of, look at all these picks. Look at all these strong mons that are left. I see a Suicune. I see Vaporeon. I see Raichu. Oh man, that mid range is gonna be tough to cut through. Raichu and Suicune. Well, what do we got on the other side? We got and Lapras is not gonna have a fun time. Either is the Mewtwo X, depending on what it plays. I see full heal. That tells me recover and side strike. Well, side strike is fine. It's hindrance resistant, so it doesn't really care about stuns. We'll be taking a lot of damage. I see a Mewtwo X and I'm like, people don't play that character. I'm like the only one on earth. I have a gold badge on that thing.
I mean, excuse me, I basically have a blue badge on mine.
Yeah, but I got my gold badge when it sucked. Not when it was good at all. It was good for like 1 week and then they nerfed it again.
That's true. They nerfed Mewtwo X for the longest.
And then they buffed it. It's like, whoa, wait, hold on. You do a little bit too much damage. Those crits are insane. That's toned it down a bit. Now it's okay. I do see a Darkrai. That mod is just not fair, man. You have like a second to actually punish him. And if you don't punish him in that window, then you can't punish him again. All right. Back to our scheduled program. We're going to have Suicune and Lucario up top. They'll be going up against Mewtwo X and a Chikorita at the bottom. Lapras and Ninetales, the pseudo ice lane. Going against Raichu and Vaporeon. Let's see if they can keep this. Oh, yeah. Get right in there. I love this Vaporeon moveset. Yes, get in his face. I love Flip Turn Hydro Pump. It's the cool moveset. Remember when Vaporeon came out and it was basically God? What a time to be alive. That thing was an all-arounder slash speedster slash support. It was everything. It could do it all. Back in the top here, something. There's a showdown going up here. Absol help. Mewtwo's almost at 5. It's 5. Oh, it's time to pull him in. That's right. Douche, douche, douche. Kaboom! Future Sight is such a strong tool. It's been marked for death. Kaboom! I love that move. All right, 8-minute mark. Regidrago has spawned in. What? Top lane, top lane, top lane. What's happening here? That is big damage on, I believe the move is called E-Ball for a Raichu. Has a lot of damage. You can't stand there. Absol is here. They're getting ready for Secure. Raichu's all over that. Mewtwo X all by itself. It's not stacking, but it's getting a lot of farm. It's gonna have company very soon. He has reached level 7. Yeah, Mewtwo can't do anything about that. He's just gonna have to turn around. Reinforcements has arrived. It is a 4-on-3. Yep. There's no point of that eject. You're just wasting resources. Mewtwo's like, all right, you're right here. Oh no, Mewtwo's on the case. Grab him. Grab him. Go, go! Go grab him! What is he waiting for? Ah. You missed your window there, bud. Well, they should be able to get Regieleki with ease. There it is. Darkrai trying to hold it down, but since he's underground and not above ground, Regieleki just has a free walk-in. And a pull. Take this, perish. Back at the bottom, Soldiers on the bigger and better things. Lapras is trying to hold it down. Blowing bubbles and whatnot. Can't defend a pad against 4 people. That's just too much. Absol's like, oh man, all these resources just for me? Got a blast. Uh-oh. 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 Nope.
Oh, he's out.
He got the movement speed. That's what he was really aiming for. Is that a Suicune? Take this. Well, turns out Suicune's not gonna have the fun time. Not when Mewtwo is around. Future Sight's such a good move. Well, you can't stand there. Or there.
Yeah, I was like, don't do that. Bad idea. No bueno.
No buenos. Uh-oh. You can't stand there either. Mewtwo building his Mega Meter. It's almost full. About 1 hit off. I forgot there was a regular Lucario in this game. No, it's Mega Lucario. I don't think I've seen a Mega. I haven't been paying that much attention to him. I gotta change that.
I haven't seen a Mega either.
Guess the moment just wasn't right. Back at the... Oh, what's happening over here? Oh no! There's no escape!
They're like, get him!
He ejected and then Lapras pulled the meanest U-turn.
Grand Theft Lapri.
Big score for Lapras.
And they let the Lecky go on top.
Yep. Absol's already all over that. He's like, oh man, all these resources. Oh no!
He's like,
score!
Oh, no!
Iframes! Bail! Bail!
Exactly.
Bail!
Oh, nope. Did he get away? Nope.
Nah.
But he scored.
They pour and spit on him. But he did score. And he got his ult back because of that. He died, he scored, and he died. That's 20 charge. 20% right there on a quick ult. All right, thus far, Salt is a little low on levels as the levels just keep climbing for TR. But more farm is available on their side. As we're peering into the late game, there's going to be one more objective that's going to be spawning in towards the top. It's going to be a Regieleki objective. So at this point, Regieleki is a moot point. All eyes on Lapras here. Leading his team forward. Shelly on L. Bush providing wonderful vision. Darkrai's like, who's here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That Suicune cannot catch a break. Oh, they're all over Darkrai. All over Darkrai. He got his ult off. He's still, wait, they got each other, all right. Mewtwo's like, don't worry, guys, I got this one. Boxing people out. Hey, yep, it's time to rip, boys and girls. Suicune's coming back in. Mewtwo's like, nah. I imagine every time Mewtwo grabs Suicune, he just grabs him by the goalpost on his head. Being rough with that guy. All right, I thought we were gonna keep ripping it. What is happening here? What's wrong? What's going on? What's wrong?
Another fight. Lapras is ready.
P2 is evolved again, but he's not in KO'd. But it's a 2-for-1. Darkrai and the whack-a-mole state. Suicune has ulted. Absol's ulting it. It's his turn. And stun locked. Ice Lane shenanigans. Yep, that should do it. That's a wrap. Yep, the door is closing for Solder in this set. "20 seconds remain, but that's not enough time to do much of anything." What a set. What a set being played. Strong showing from TRB, the B team. The stronger of the Bs, the big B. Final score 90 to 459. MVP this time is still the Snack. Absol, 209 points scored, 5 KOs, 6 assists, 88 overall MVP rating. Pretty solid game all around. From everyone on our team. Everyone doing their part as a strong collective. Damage leader is actually Mewtwo X, 56,000 damage dealt, right within parameters. He was just bullying Suicune. That's how you do it. Suicune bullies others. He doesn't deserve rights. He does not deserve rights at all. Strong showing. We're about to get this interview set up. I guess they could just be in here in the caster's locker room. We'll just wait right here. Yeah, another set in the books. Well, I'm looking forward to. Do we have any more matches this week?
Tomorrow, but I'm doing this tomorrow and Sunday. I'm doing the point of view since you're out of town.
Right. And then the following week, and then next week is Fear mode,
which is picks and bans.
They're all gonna disappear. That is 16 mons a round. Well, we got Walt and friends. Thank you for joining us. I believe they're muted. You guys gotta unmute. We gotta get this interview going.
My bad. All right.
Welcome. Congratulations to a stellar performance. You guys won 3-1. B team versus B team, and you guys are the big Bs. How you guys feeling?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty excited. Pretty good. Yep.
It was a bit stressful.
Oh, also, let's talk about it. What are you guys stressed out about?
We had some comps planned out that didn't go according to plan, even with the drafts in mind, but we made it work.
Yeah, that is normal. It's hard to like plan out exact drafts in like all-star mode. The mons are going left and right, and there's a bargain sale for mons, so that's to be expected. The important skill for this mode is what, and why we're doing it, is the adaptability and expanding your mon pools. So, you guys showed that off wonderfully.
Thank you.
All right. Well, next question here. I do see. I always like to ask teams this, at least for the first week. They kind of stick to a banning plan for each round. Can you tell me the logic behind the Blissey, Umbreon, and Alligator bans that happen each round?
They're really annoying, so we don't want to deal with them.
Flawless logic. I agree. They are really annoying. That's about what I expected. All right, let's talk about it. Well, we can start from the last game. So it's about game 4. Deep. Well, this was game 4. We're deep into All-Star Draft. I do see some picks here. I see a Mewtwo X here. He came out this is around the time Mewtwo X gets played. So it's not a ball you guys like to rely on and late into the All-Star Draft.
Since it recently got buffed, we were holding the pick. We could have played it earlier, but the comp didn't really call for that.
I see. What kind of comps does a mon like Mewtwo X call for?
Mr. Mime.
Oh, that is one way about it. But Mr. Mime was picked earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, but Mewtwo X still likes a good support, so there's still good options. Plenty of good ones. They're getting squared away. All right. Well, pivoting on to game 1, since it's the first round of the draft and it just plays like normal draft. What was the game plan going into game 1?
The game plan basically was to build around our Scyther.
Oh yeah, that Scyther was OD. I liked watching Scyther. He was all over the place, slashing people up. He was doing a great job. Hey, you guys built around him wonderfully. Is that like a common game plan? Building around like a speedster or like a hyper carry, like in game 1?
Yes. And since we know the other team has a Hoopa player, it's either we ban it or we pick it. And we picked it.
Nice. Okay. You guys did your homework. I'm proud. All right. That's pretty much all my questions I have right here. Umi, do you got anything else to add?
How does it feel to be 3 points above TRA?
Really good.
Yeah, it feels good. But also a bit
Tables
weird.
have turned.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because TRA played yesterday, remember? So of that set, it was 2-0 plus that 3 since they were late. Now TRB is 3-0, but up.
Let's go. We're putting in our work. We're doing our homework, practicing, and being better than our A team.
About to be a new
For
A
now.
team.
They might catch up.
It's the goal. And then one day you're going to face them too. So that's inevitable. Let's see what the
Sounds
points
good.
look like by then.
Let the crash out wars begin.
They're gonna be on a crash course to fight each other. I swear.
Can't wait to watch it from the sidelines.
Lucky you.
Well, as you guys know, this will be uploaded to the respective channels under GX_Unite. Look forward to that. It will be published first on Twitch, so you can watch it right away, and then on the subsequent platforms right after. So there's that. And yeah, congratulations once again to TRB, our champions of the set. Say goodnight, chat, and see you next time.